Today we're going to talk about taking your Zoom calls, your videos, or your podcasts from something like this
to something that looks and sounds like this, so we can get rid of
terrible lighting in the background with absolutely no lighting at all, with terrible audio quality.
So here's the deal. We're all using Zoom, Google Meeting, Microsoft Teams these days to have conversations, to engage with our companies, our schooling, and even our local government. Here's a quick clip of my local government and how they engaged recently on Zoom.
I need you to stop interrupting each other. I am telling you to stop interrupting each other. I have my own. Well, I am asking you to stop interrupting me and other counselors. I will remove you from the meeting if you continue to interrupt.
You're a piece of work.
Stop interrupting me.
So as frustrating as that might have looked, it's half the people and half the technology. Now, many people are frustrated with using Zoom. We have Zoom fatigue, right? We're always on Zoom calls these days. Everything is just pushed to that medium, and we're just spending lots of time there. We can make it better. Number one, we can make it look and sound better, but we can make it better on ourselves as well. So the first thing you might be thinking is, that's going to cost me a lot of money. It doesn't have to. What I'm filming on today is probably considered mid to high end for live streaming or Zoom calls or podcasting. But some of the items I'll show you today are right around the $50 to $100 range. Really depends on how far you want to go with improving your Zoom calls, what else you're doing with video and podcasting and video creation. Let's dive right in. First things first, if you're going to join a Zoom call, or if you're somebody who is hosting a Zoom call, or you're going to be on a podcast, let's say, you should have a pair of headphones. Don't let your speakers be the only source of audio. Here's why. As people speak or scream or yell or clap or laugh through the speakers, that sound, this is how sound works, comes out of the speakers and into the microphone. There is a constant loop. You might have already been witnessing this through Zoom calls. It is literally the most frustrating thing that I find on Zoom calls or other podcasts. You don't have to spend a lot of money on headphones. You can get a $9 pair of wired headphones that you plug into your laptop and stick into your ears, or you can spend $250 and get a pair of wireless Apple earbuds. It doesn't matter, as long as you have some audio piped into your ears so that it doesn't have a chance to get piped back into the microphone. Next up, it's improving the audio quality back into Zoom. This is a $350 microphone. You don't need a $350 microphone. You can get by with a $50 microphone, a $100 microphone, or a pair of gaming headsets. Gaming headsets kill two birds with one stone. They have headphones, which we needed from the first part of your Zoom leveling up class, and then it has a microphone, which will also be just fine for many Zoom calls, many podcasts that you might be on. Improving the audio quality is going to help you and your listeners on the Zoom call be less frustrated. You can hear each other, you can speak to one another, and it all sounds great. And guess what? As the listener or the viewer after your meeting, I can consume it and not be frustrated. Now let's talk about improving video quality. I'm recording on a $1,500 Fuji X-T3. You don't need a $1,500 Fuji X-T3 to make your Zoom calls look better. You saw at the top of the video I was using the built-in webcam of my Mac. Perfectly fine if you can get yourself a good angle and a good lighting source. That's actually one of the most important parts of great video is great lighting. I'm using a LED softbox off to my 2 o'clock, and I'm using a accent light around my 4 to 5 o'clock off to my right-hand shoulder. As long as you're not using a brightly exposed light behind you, you have a nice soft light in front of you, even natural light from a window will work, unless it's high noon and it's just blasting bright light right onto your face, which would overexpose you and really wash out the video. Now, speaking of the web camera, you can invest in a detachable webcam, one that plugs into USB for $50 to $100, and it's going to be a dramatic difference. The video quality will be sharper, it'll be much more in focus, and you'll be able to move it around. That's one of the key differences by using something like an external webcam. One helpful tip is to even get a tripod and set the camera off from your desk so that as you move your arms and you hit the desk or shake the desk as you naturally move around, it's not going to wiggle with the monitor or the effects of your desk. So I hope you found this video useful. You don't have to invest a lot of money to make your Zoom calls and your podcasts and your videos sound and look better. You just have to care a little bit and maybe invest a little bit of money in a microphone or a headset. It's really just as far as you want to take improving the quality of Zoom, not only for yourself, but for the people that you're Zooming with and the people who are consuming that afterwards. It's all frustrating. It's done through the internet. It's not in person. And when things are mixed, it's very hard to keep a consistent conversation. If you're a Zoom host, don't forget you can always mute people. And if you're a Zoom host, try to control the conversation as best that you can. Set some order, some direction of who will talk and in which order. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want more. Leave me a comment in the comments below. Happy to hear from you. All right, we'll see you in the next video.